What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Vince McMahon blames Raw ratings on no more Brock Lesnar, WWE cancelling live events, more cinematic matches coming, WWE 2K21 officially gets cancelled, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos. But let's waste no further time and get straight into the first bit of news, as a release wrestler tells the WWE, "Screw you." Now, after the mass release is called Black Wednesday, and it seems with many superstars it's lit a fire under them. Superstars such as EC3 have done promos on not being controlled anymore, but one superstar in particular, Deonna Purrazzo, has directly said "screw you" to the WWE and wants to prove herself. In an interview with Gary Cassidy, she said she would love to go to AEW and make WWE eat their words. She mentioned in the interview, "Britt Baker's my best friend. She works there. They have a kick-ass women's division now with a lot of people I've never worked with, and it's a brand new product. I would love to experience that and be a part of it." She then went on to mention, "I don't know, I would love to go back to Japan. I would love to go to Australia again. If I could wrestle in England again, I'd love that. It's like I would just love a shot at saying, 'Screw you, WWE.'" Really? Well, in our opinion, she'd be a great fit to the AEW's women's roster, which needs a bit of a tuning up as of late. Will she make WWE eat their words? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, the WWE's Q1 earnings report. The moment Wall Street has been waiting for has come, the WWE's Q1 earnings report. So how did the WWE do? Well, according to the report, the company exceeded expectations. According to Ringside News, Vince McMahon's company beat estimates of their earnings report. Their target was 28 cents per share. They hit 42 as Wall Street lowered their target. WWE boasted a 60% increase for the first quarter of 2020 from the previous year. They had an operating income of $53.3 million compared to losing $6.8 million in 2019. The company celebrated a multi-year distribution deal with Sony Pictures Network in India as well as DAZN in Germany. The WWE stock increased, with the Wrestling Observer Figure 4 Online reporting WWE stock closed the day at $39.07, but after hours, trading appeared to look favorably upon the news, increasing to $42.50 as of this writing. Now keep in mind that while these numbers are an improvement, financial analysts have yet to break down the numbers and determine what vulnerabilities WWE currently has. One thing to consider is speculation that the WWE is carrying considerable debt, and that it's often talked about $500 million cash reserve is illusory. Next up, Vince McMahon blames Raw ratings on no more Brock Lesnar. Vince McMahon discussed the reason for Raw's continued rating drop, saying, "It suffered because we're bringing in a lot of new talent into Raw and it takes a lot to get new talent over. We don't have Brock Lesnar any longer and it takes a lot of time to get that new talent over." Now it's interesting that Vinnie Mac said we don't have Brock Lesnar any longer, so does this mean he's no longer part of the brand? Has Brock Lesnar finished up his contract and dates with the WWE and is not signed anymore? What really made Lesnar a big ratings draw anyway for Raw? It's not like whenever he was on the show had massive improvements. But whatever the case, McMahon obviously realized that the past few years' excuse of ratings going down because key personnel were injured isn't clearly working, so he's moved on to a new excuse. This should work for at least 2 years. Next up, WWE's network numbers. One of the biggest questions with fans is whether the WWE will ditch the WWE Network and sell the rights to air its pay-per-views to a streaming service. While that question may not be answered for some time due to the current health crisis putting many business decisions on hold, the numbers for the network are not encouraging. Reporting on the WWE's Q1 report, Magic Mike Johnson of PW Insider noted, as part of today's earnings release, WWE announced that the total subscribers for the WWE Network hit 2.10 million on the Sunday of WrestleMania. They aren't all paid, however, and later in the release, it's noted that WWE's average paid subscribers decreased 8% to approximately 1.46 million, consistent with the company's guidance. The WWE Network continues to maintain a core of devoted subscribers, much like the WWE's audience for its weekly television. However, that might not be enough to justify sustaining it. Next up, the WWE also touched upon Saudi shows. But one of the biggest takeaways from the investors' call was the status of WWE Saudi Arabia super shows. Mr. McMahon addressed this during the investors' meeting, saying, "As far as Saudi is concerned, they would love to have another huge WrestleMania-sized event. We usually have two in Saudi. They're under the same constraints that everyone else is with the pandemic. They're not sure if they can have it in November or December. The good part is that if we don't perform, we'll just track it on to the other end of the contract." The WWE continues to make a tidy profit from its Saudi Arabia shows and should have no problem rescheduling any events it postpones. WWE may also be cancelling live events. So in addition to its Saudi Arabia shows, it looks like the WWE is putting its live events on hold or modifying them. During the investors meeting, McMahon explained, "I don't think that we're going to be in the live event business like we were before." Vince pointed out there is a different learned behavior in terms of the consumer. If anyone can figure it out, we will, and it will be more content orientated, not live events. It is a creative environment is the way I look at it. This matches the recent news from the Wrestling Observer newsletter that the WWE made deep cuts into its live events division and that there could be no live events for some time to come. With the ongoing health crisis making it impossible to hold entertainment events with a live audience, it makes sense for the WWE to put its live events on hold. Some wrestling pundits have suggested it might be time for the WWE to follow AEW's business model of not holding live events except for television and pay-per-views. However, WWE superstars often rely on live events for a bump in their paycheck, including merchandise sales. For now, it's clear there won't be any live events for some time, and when asked when live events might return, Vinnie Mac replied, "I have no idea. I know people are itching to get out of the house and come see our product for sure, but I don't know when it's going to be allowed. I don't know what it's going to look like when it is allowed. I don't think anyone does. Right now, we're just taking it month by month as we continue and push it further out every month in terms of where we're going to do this thing. I really have no crystal ball on it at all. What do you guys think? Should they scrap live events altogether? Just keeping television and pay-per-view events? Let us know in the comments down below." Next up, more cinematic matches coming. Lastly, there have been rumours of the WWE producing more of the cinematic matches seen at WrestleMania 36. While fans may have mixed thoughts about the empty arena matches, the Boneyard and Firefly Funhouse match were well received. The WWE has taken notice. This was one of many topics discussed during the investors meeting, with Mr. McMahon noting, "It's a challenging environment, but obviously want to take advantage of that environment and make it special. Now the WWE will produce both mini-movies like we did at WrestleMania, along with personality profiles." You may recall we discussed how the restrictions imposed by the empty arena matches led to the WWE trying cinematic matches and how this could be the next big thing in wrestling. Wrestling has been stuck in a rut for the last decade, arguably longer, and the cinematic matches may be a way to spark more mainstream interest in the WWE and wrestling in general. Naturally, it depends on how the WWE handles things, and as we noted, the WWE can't run the concept into the ground if it wants it to succeed. Just as the WWE shifted from a family-friendly product into a PG-13 or even R-rated one, the cinematic matches could be the catalyst for a WWE resurgence. Next up, who won this week's Wednesday Night War? Okay, the ratings are in for week 30, and the Wrestling Observer Figure 4 Online's Paul Fontaine is reporting that last night's episode of AEW Dynamite on TNT averaged 731,000 viewers, up 7% from last week. As for NXT, the black and gold brand just couldn't score a third ratings win in a row, as after beating Dynamite in total views for the last couple of weeks, last night's NXT on the USA Network averaged 665,000 viewers. That's down 4% from last week. In the 18 to 49 demo, Dynamite averaged 0.25. In NXT, it averaged 0.18. Now this could be good news for both shows, as Dynamite's audience rose after dropping, while NXT's performance in the key demographic improved also. Could it be that people are getting tired of watching endless hours of news about the ongoing pandemic and looking for entertainment instead? We'll just have to watch the ratings over the next few weeks to see if this theory holds up. Next up, Tony Khan promises a huge Dynamite. Like most wrestling promoters, Tony Khan isn't afraid to use hyperbole. Recently, AEW's president tweeted, "Thank you great AEW fans for watching Dynamite tonight. I enjoyed producing this week's show. I thought it was a great show. I think next week's show has a chance to be very special. I think it will be the best episode of wrestling television anyone's done in months, to say the least." So far, AEW has announced the following matches: Brody Lee vs Marco Stunt, Cody Rhodes vs Darby Allin in the TNT Championship Tournament, Dusty Rhodes vs Lance Archer in the same tournament, Jimmy Havoc and Kip Sabian vs Best Friends in a no DQ match, and an appearance by Jon Moxley. It sounds good, but that's a big statement coming from Tony Khan. What if Vince McMahon said that this will be the best Raw ever? I'm sure he'll get slated for it. Next up, WWE 2K21 is officially cancelled. Our fans who complained about what a disaster WWE 2K20 was when it was released won't have WWE 2K21 to complain about. Several sites including the Wrestling Observer Figure 4 Online are reporting WWE Today confirmed that there will be no WWE 2K21 release this fall. Near the very end of today's Q1 financial briefing, Frank A. Riddick III, the interim chief financial officer of WWE, confirmed that there would be no launch of a game this year. This would mark the first time since 1997 that a WWE video game won't be released annually. No word on what the future is for WWE games. WWE Games on Twitter, the official account for 2K20, recently tweeted, "We will be sharing details on the future of WWE 2K franchise, as well as some exciting news on Monday at 7 AM Pacific time." Now many have noted that this might be a new game, something maybe more out the box. But there you have it guys, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.